A Brighton postman has been successfully prosecuted for allowing people to download his music collection on the internet. A Sussex man, who's a father of two, is one of a series of test cases started by the BPI, the group representing the record companies. Matt Phillips has the story.
Although many still get their music on CD from high street shops, there's a growing demand in internet downloads. It can be done legally, with customers paying for the privilege, but there's a significant amount of piracy. So the record industry is clamping down on the illegal sharing of music files, which they reckon takes away thousands of pounds of their revenue. Many of those who were caught sharing files paid up out of court. The Brighton postman, who's not been named, was one of 5 cases in which no settlement was agreed. He will now have to pay £1,500 plus costs. Today there was a mixed reaction to the court's decision.
Looking at people sharing music, I mean, there are bigger things that they really should be dealing with. I mean, chances are most of the people who sell those records have lots of money anyway, so they're not really going to lose out.
Shouldn't have fined him that much. It's over the top really for that. How many other people do it? Is everybody else getting fined all that?
A lot of bands trying to start out struggle because obviously they're not getting the record sales if it's on the internet.
If it was his music that he made, but if it's other people's music, then obviously it's not his to sort of give to other people. If he had their permission, it'd be okay, but no, I don't think that's on really.
The deadline for others to settle comes at the end of this month. Matt Phillips, BBC South Today.
Well, a short while ago I spoke to Matt Phillips from the BPI and I asked him why they had pursued the legal action.
Well, I think the legal action is a very, very important part of the education campaign. Only last week there was some consumer research that indicated that 50% of people that have now stopped illegal file sharing cite the litigation campaign as a major deterrent, and I take that to be enormous progress. We've also, in the same time, been able to build a legal business that now means that legal sales are actually outstripping physical single sales, which is very important progress for the music industry.
I mean, you've got a long way to go, though, haven't you, to convince the public that this is a real crime. You're really only scratching the surface.
Well, I think we're making enormous progress in educating the public about what's legal and what isn't. First of all, we've done a lot of work to promote the legitimate services that are out there, but also in part of the campaign, the litigation in itself is playing a huge part in getting the message out there that file sharing is illegal. The research that was issued last week demonstrates that 6% of internet users are now downloading legally, which is actually more than the 5% who are file sharing illegally. So we're making great progress.
Is this as much about educating people as it is to prosecuting just a handful?
Well, I think that the litigation campaign in itself is helping spread the message further. Of course, having legal alternatives is important, and the fact that we've issued tens of thousands of warning leaflets in libraries and public buildings across the UK has all been important in education, but litigation in itself is an important way of getting the message across.
Matt Phillips, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.